Hello, my beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. And today we're going to do oracle messages. What does that mean? Well, it means that beyond my guides, Mona and Liam, which I always have with me every time I do these readings, those are the ones I really concentrate on. Let's say, it doesn't mean that there aren't others. I sit here in energy and open up the floodgates, or open up the gates, not the floodgates, but it sounds weird. Sounds like from the heart, opening up the floodgates. I open up the gates to any benevolent and teaching energy that would like to come through and help with the messages. Okay, so that's the big basic thing. Tomorrow I come back with my little group, and it's basically a very closed off session between me, Mona, and Liam, doing a reading for you tomorrow. So that's my comfort zone, let's just call it, right? It's my easy spot where it just like everything comes in. It's really cheating if I think about it, but we'll say it. Okay, so before I go on anymore, I'm going to use the trick phrase that gets people to watch, and here it is. I'm speechless, Pisces. And if you've noticed, I've done this all week. I've been using like clickbaity titles that have been used on other tarot channels. Why am I doing this? To bring in new traffic. I'm hoping to find other Pisces that are looking for something different. Okay? It's the truth of it. I don't want... I'm not trying to bring in riffraff. I'm just trying to bring in people who may be just looking for something different. They keep clicking on these titles, but they're not finding what they want. You know who you are if you're here and you've been watching my videos and something has resonated with you and you're going, where have you been? This is it. Okay? So I'm doing this week. I may continue doing it just so that my videos can go to new eyes. Yeah, I'm subjecting myself to maybe other types of energies, but we shall see. I'll let you know in upcoming weeks how that's going. So for my regular supporters, hey, I know I don't need to use this theatrical crap to get you here. You're always here. We have the best group here. If you are new, we have the best group of Pisces. And I speak about the ones who have come and gone in the past as well. They've taken what they needed and they have moved on. And I think that's wonderful. Most of the time, because I watch other tarot channels for educational purposes to see, because it's still a business. So I go watch to see, what they're doing, what their comment section looks like. I'm a hierophant. I'm a 5, so I learn and I teach. That's my whole thing in life. And I don't usually see my older viewers anywhere else. So I always like to think in my brain, and maybe it's delusional, but it's a delusion I like, is that these people have come, gotten the help and guidance that they needed, got empowered, and did what they needed to do. And I'm not taking it as an insult that they're no longer here. I know some of you are still here, you're just not commenting as much anymore, and that's okay. But they're no longer here because, well, they no longer needed help. I was here for a season and a reason, and I'm grateful for that. Some of you are always going to be with me. I know this because it's out of love. And I love you. You are my lifers. I know this, and I absolutely adore you, and I thank you for being such a great support in my life. Okay? Love is real for these people. Okay, so before I started and went blathering on like I am pretty much right now. And this card came out, the Discovering Truth came out. And you stand in the light of truth. Here's the deal here, Pisces. You have to stand in your light of truth. Okay? The Oracle's message is this. We don't always like the truth. It shows us some ugly things about ourselves, about other people, about life. But you still must stand in it. And I want you to do it in an objective kind of way. Okay? I want you to see it as a light. Not as a not as a judgmental place for you to be. Not as a place to, let's say, you know, I'll give you a very simple example of looking at somebody going, I don't like that dress on somebody else, right? And you have this disparaging thought. And obviously this person loves this dress, feels great in this dress, but you think it just looks horrendous. And maybe for purposes it does look horrendous, okay? Maybe it just doesn't fit in with the skin color, it's just too short or whatever, okay? Your truth is that you don't like it. Their truth is that they're fine with it and that their life is going in the way, in the direction that they want. And this card shows it right here, okay? That you are walking your own way while others, you know, will do their own thing. There are different paths and different truths for everybody. The most important part of this is not to be mean to yourself when you disagree with somebody and feel bad for your thoughts. That's the other part. Sometimes we think, oh, that's really ugly. And then you think, well, that was an ugly thought to think that that was ugly. Okay? I want you to stand back and going, I think it is my truth that I don't like it. It isn't everybody's truth. And that's okay. I shouldn't hate myself for thinking it, because your mind does a lot of thinking on the fly and doesn't really give a crap whether it's wrong or right, okay? Some of it is because, well, nobody in your family liked the color yellow and that's just something that was instilled in you, right? And some of it is just personal style, okay? So yes, I'm still talking about the yellow dress, but I'm trying to make it so that it's not an example of anything, but it is an example of something that you can feel sometimes judgmental, almost judgmental. The thing is that you just have to observe, discover for yourself in the light of it, okay? Know what it is. Know that it's just something that happens. Know that you'll never be perfect. Sometimes you're going to have thoughts that maybe are not the nicest. It doesn't mean you have to tell people too. But it also doesn't mean that you have to flog yourself after you realize that you've had a disparaging thought, okay? What you need to concentrate on is less about what other people are doing and what others are doing, and do like this guy right here and discover what is right and true for you. The big problem with this, I think, Pisces, is that we don't know what we want. Everything that we want is based on what other people are telling us. And I want you to figure out what's yours. What's yours and what's yours alone, okay? So this is going to take some time. And I love this picture. This is the Queen of Cups. And yeah, look at this. I'm going to do like the Queen of Cups. I'm going to sit here with my coffee cup and be speechless for about 10 seconds. See, I was speechless. Okay. Maybe not for 10 seconds, but there you go. This Queen of Cups is coming in saying, look, take some time and figure it out. Figure out what's you. What's your truth. Discovering your truth. Discover it in the light of truth. What is true to you? What do you want? Okay? I use myself as an example. I would love to have a very, very popular YouTube channel. The most, okay, the biggest, yes. The most popular YouTube channel. Has this got to do with being the best? Yeah, some of it. Yeah, some of it, right? To to have the acknowledgement of many to say, Jane, you're fabulous. You're exceptional. You're the best at what you do. That would be so great, right? That's so great. But is that based on what other people think? Yeah. Would it mean when somebody says to you that you're the greatest, does it necessarily mean that you feel like you're the greatest? No. Look at all these actors who were loved by many, ended up, ending their lives sooner than they should have because they were miserable. Well, all the love in the world of the people didn't make them feel like they were the greatest, that they were loved, right? So what do I need to do? I need to feel it within myself. I need to be the person who says, Jane, you're the greatest at what you do. And how do I get there? I'm working through it with you while I'm drinking. This is me. I'm doing my cup of knowledge thing. What do I need to get there? What do I need to feel? I think I would feel as the most popular channel of my field on YouTube. Well, I would feel that when I was in somebody's environment, they would be getting the most from me, right? They would go on and become the best version of themselves. Can I do that right now in these readings? Absolutely. Can I do it with the people that I meet who ask for help? Absolutely. Does this mean that I have to be perfect? Absolutely not. I'm still a human being. I still have my own things. I still have my quirks. I still have my bad moods where people go, ew, she's just a bitch. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm still me. I didn't go into godhood, right? But sometimes when you become that person, people think that you don't make mistakes. You don't trip. You don't put your foot in a mud puddle, but you do. So what's my truth? My truth is to keep doing what I do. And to not bow down to maybe the forces that I feel around me sometimes that say, just do everything that everybody teaches you to get to where you need to go. Step on the people, break all the rules, bend everything to get to where you need to go, right? Do I want to do readings where I tell you about a love that's going to betray you? No. I never want to do that. And I don't think I ever will. Because that's like selling myself short. So, this is my truth. And I have to discover my truth. Does it mean that I may never get the accolades for being, the YouTube channel with almost 1 million subscribers? Probably not. Does it matter? Not really. Can I do other things? Can I do more? Yeah, I can do more. I have. I did Life Path Hero. And does it still stay within my truth? Absolutely, it does. I feel it does. Is it important that I stay within my truth? Even if it means, I don't know, that the road might be longer, less plentiful monetarily, etc., etc. Yeah, it means a lot to me. That's my truth. That means a lot to me, okay? I want you to ask yourself those questions. I'm giving you my answers, beautiful Pisces, because I want you to look at your answers. Now, last week, I let Mona and Liam come in and just kind of take over, and the higher self as well, and I put Jane out of it. I didn't do that this week. It's kind of weird. I sometimes feel like my spiritual body and my physical body are two different things completely. I should probably not splitting up like that, but that's the way I see it. That's the way I feel it. So that's my truth for now. Doesn't mean it's not going to change. It's almost like taking that physical brain out of it. So I'm going to try and do the same again. And here we go. Okay, look at this. Look at these queens. Look at these queens. What are they doing? We are thinking. We are thinking. Oracle message for the week. Really be super honest with yourself. What do you want? What is your truth? I want you to write the ugly, the pretty, everything about it. I want you to be real, like drop dead honest with yourself. Even with the parts where you're going, oh, that's really ugly. I want you to write it all down. Okay? If you think somebody's dress is ugly, I want you to write it down. You may not think a lot of yourself once you're done with that, but that's okay. It is who you are. It's gone through your mind. Denying who you are at any point is not serving you. Okay, this is how we stuff things in drawers and put them away, never look at them until it comes out and you have no choice but to look at it. Look at yourself in all of your mess, in everything that you are, and embrace it. Embrace it fully. Look at it straight dead in the eye and go, that's not pretty, but I'm going to look at it. Okay? So, for podcast reasons, if you are listening, we have both queens. One is holding a cup, like she's pondering life, and the other one is sitting at a desk with a pen, and almost looks like a laptop, and a paper in her hand, getting ready to write, and also has like the pencil on her brow, like, what am I going to write down? So you have these images of people receiving, ready to receive, energetic vibes, thoughts, okay? Your environment will always suffocate you, that's quite the word that decided to come in here, into thinking that you need to do more. You need to bend more. You need to do, I need to do this and that and toe the line like everybody else to have success. This is the winning combination. At what point do you follow some of that? At what point do you release some of that? And at what point do you say, this isn't my truth at all. I don't want to do this. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that by saying that there's not going to be ramifications, that you may end up, it's lonely at the top, right? That you may not end up on your own. My question to you is, as Oracle coming in, is, do you really want to reach the top of this thing that everybody's like, so excited to be on? Will it make you feel fulfilled? If you have 1 million YouTube subscribers, but you had to bend all the rules, you're no longer doing much of anything that you like anymore, is it worth it? Does it fill you up? Does it make you feel full of power? I already know the answer to that. You don't have to answer that. Yeah. It's alone at the top. It's very lonely at the top. Do you want to be lonely at the top? Or would you rather be surrounded by a few friends at the bottom of the hill? Do you want to alienate yourself completely from your dreams and your truth? Or do you want to really work on the things that you love? Now, like I said, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be any concessions to make. In other words, you might not end up being the most popular. You might not end up making, trillions of dollars. But are you going to be happy? Do you see yourself 10 years from now saying, I did what I wanted and I followed my true path, my truth. I followed my truth, okay? And in all of this, am I not saying that you can't get help from the experts who can get you there, okay? I'm not saying don't be a student to see how the other half does it or how they do it. You can still implement some of the tools, some of the knowledge to make your path an easier one, absolutely. All I'm saying is don't cash in your truth for fake crap. Okay? Because this is what I was talking about. You see the tower here? This is what I was talking about. At one point, it won't hold up anymore. And if you think that it's going to hold up for them, maybe. Maybe they'll have money for the rest of their life. Doesn't mean they're happy. Doesn't mean they're better than anybody. Just means they got more money. That's it. Okay? So, yes, it's hard when you're standing here looking for success, hoping that somebody acknowledges you and validates you for what you're doing. But is it worth almost like selling your soul for it, right? That you've heard that saying. Do you want to sell your soul for it? Do you want to sell? And in this case, it's not your soul, because you can't sell your soul. It's not for sale. Okay? Never has been, never will be. Your body's for sale. But your body can be for sale, but your soul isn't. Do you want to sell off your dreams and your truth, that inner guidance that's telling you, I don't want to do it this way? It's that's what you want to compromise. This is what you've got to think about. This is what you have to think about. Okay? So empower yourself. And I know we have to do what we have to do. But you have to do you have to do everything that you think you have to do to get to where you're going? That's the other part, right? Do you have to do it all? Or can you steal little parts? Like I'm doing right now with these dumb titles that help get views, right? That trick the AI algorithm of going, oh, people like that title, even though it's ridiculous, because AI doesn't know the meaning of ridiculous. They only mean popular. They only understand popular, right? So, do you want to just aimlessly go through that stuff? Which, this for me is no big deal, right? The titles, I can play with that. I can have fun with that. Doesn't much matter. That's not going to make a big difference in what I do. That I can do something with. But do I want to start giving off readings of telling you, oh, kick that person out of your life, when maybe you were meant to just work through stuff with this person in your life? That you were meant to take that journey of trying to, that soul contract of trying to get through a difficult part so that it was going to give you the tools for the next path, the next part of your path? No, I don't want to do those readings. I don't want to be responsible to tell you how to live your life. You need to live your own life. You need to see what's in there, right? That's my truth. Am I passing maybe a little bit of a judgment? Maybe. But I think to myself, they have to deal with what they do. It has nothing to do with me. I know what kind of a reader I want to be. They can do it for whatever reasons they want to do it, okay? I'm not on a power trip to tell you how to live your life. I think you need to figure out how to do that for yourself. All right, so let's take a few charms here. Oh, look at this. Look at this big green. I think that's aventurine. It could be garnet. I'm not an expert at crystals at all, but I really like this one. Look at this. Okay? So this will mean something. I'm not going to do any research. I'm not going to say, and I'm not going to blurt out anything about this. I feel there's a lot of healing. I feel with the green a lot of heart, a lot of groundedness as well comes in with this color green. Green is the color also of nature, of getting out there and seeking your life, your truth. I love green when it comes to this. Okay? These beautiful, this is music, a music note. Find a music in your life. Follow the tune. We don't all like the same music. What they're giving as an example is that we don't all like the same music. We have our own taste. So you should live your life the same way. Okay? This was probably part of my... I have a whole thing here full of these. Probably ended up in there by mistake, but there's no mistakes. And what came in with this one, I was going to call it a thumbtack. It's not. It's a trombone. I have it in French. I never know what to call it in English, but is to put your thoughts in order and kind of put them all together, okay? Like you would multiple pieces of paper. It wants you to get all of your thoughts together and find the common denominator, the thing that's most important to you. That is what this is for. And then you will have the key to know what you do. Okay, so V is for, it's been coming out a lot. I think it's for valiant. This is going to take a lot of courage. We are in a year of courage. You're going to have to be very valiant in the way that you do things, okay? It's going to take courage on your part to find out, to look at the ugly parts, maybe, of your thoughts, you know? I've thought to myself, should I sell out? But I could never bring myself to do it because my truth doesn't lie in there, right? So that's the thing that you have to bring in. Is this Jupiter or Saturn? I don't know. This planet is green. But all I feel is expansion with this planet. This is your time for you to expand. You have the seashell coming in. Always reminding you, Pisces, that if anybody can do this kind of expansion, it's you. You are the 12th sign of the zodiac. You have all of the other signs present in you. And here you go. You have the moon. This is you. The moon with wings to free yourself and a crown. This shows me exactly what I was saying. You can free yourself of those thoughts. And within this, they're saying you can build the life that you want. And you can build it no longer questioning what you will and won't do for that truth. Because it's going to be your truth, right? You're no longer going to feel like, oh, you know, here comes the not the addiction, but the temptation. That's the word I'm looking for. The temptation. Here comes the temptation. Should I do like everybody else and get on that wagon when it means a certain type of success or what's deemed successful, right? The big house, the big cars, the big bank accounts. Does it, you know, can I live with that? Like I said, sometimes it may not be apparent that you can get there, but you can get there in different ways. And you can do it in ways that maybe you'll end up with a little less. Materialistically. We're talking materialistically. But you're going to end up being so full vibrationally. Okay? You can look back and go, yeah, I took a few wrong turns, but when it mattered, I took the right turns. So I feel this is like a mission or a quest for you that they're asking you to go on. They're saying, okay, Pisces, go on this quest, okay? Figure out your truth. That's the biggest thing, discovering your truth. And let's see, before I take off, I will read a little bit here because I did. Listen to the wisdom that rises from your soul, even if those around you don't agree. I love that. Trust your instincts, be yourself. Whatever the situation, and respond from the authentic place inside. Be starkly honest with yourself. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Walk your talk. I love this. Walk your talk. Listen to your inner guidance and follow it. You radiate the energy of truth to others so that they can find theirs. Okay? If you are facing a decision and your mind says one thing and your heart says another, follow the dictates of the heart and you'll be on the right path, right? So it's be like the example that I gave. Oh, should I do readings like everybody else? In my mind, going, you'd have more people watching you if you told them like they do. And my heart's going, are you nuts? That has nothing to do with the type of work that I want to do. So listen to my heart, my vibrational being, right? Going, no, never, right? Because you're going to have your mind telling you some stuff that's ridiculous. And even as your mind is saying it, the whole rest of you is going, this is ridiculous. Follow your heart, okay? It's like that little temptation going, yeah, but you know it would work, but you know it would work. You know, that annoying little person who's like always poking at you, right? Okay. If you get a nudge to speak to someone or go in a particular direction, don't hesitate. Follow this guidance. On your journey, others may indicate what path you should take and why. You can listen to their advice. However, if your heart indicates another way, follow that. That's exactly what that's most of what I was talking about, okay? There's a place inside of yourself that always knows the truth. I want you to follow that part. And I also want you to write down what that means for you. Because sometimes it can mean your mind will say that you will be defeated if you follow that truth. Going the right way isn't always the prosperous way. Okay? Going the right way is not always the prosperous, monetized way. It's a prosperous way for your energy body. But in the physical world, it's not always the one that cashes in, let's just call it, okay? Take time to be still to discover that genuine place of knowing within, right here. These two queens, okay? Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. It's so important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul, right here. If there's an area of your life in which you're not being authentic and where you're not in integrity with your values, exactly what I was talking about, this is the time to make some changes. Okay? And it's, like I said, it's also the time to be truthful to yourself. Okay? Maybe you've been telling yourself, I'm going to do the right thing and I'm going to be a millionaire, and maybe you won't be a millionaire. Maybe you'll just be okay. And is that okay with you? That's a truth that you have to deal with too. Okay? I mean, we'd all love to be millionaire. Would I be happy with $200,000 a year? Oh yeah, I think so. I think that'd be plenty for me. Even if it meant I was still doing the work all my life that I loved. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Okay? Maybe the materialistic gain, the cash out, is not as big. But if I get to live the life I want, regardless, what does it matter? Okay? And maybe it's worse than that. Maybe you'll make even less. Maybe you'll need to do a few things to get by. Is that still okay with you? You have to have these conversations with yourself. Okay? We live in a world of reality. There's some very real things that happen. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. But if we have our truth and our beliefs and authentic self, and we're secure and feel worthy in that, you can get through anything. Okay? So, let's see here. I'm going to take my beautiful singing bowl and we're going to begin. And by the way, there are other opportunities that wait in what you do. Okay? Now, my last message from Oracle is that the truth that you tell yourself that I probably won't be as big as I'm supposed to, that's also an untruth. There's, for every idea, for everything that you believe, for every truth that you have, there's a million other things that you can do to bring that truth to life. So don't limit yourself as well, okay? That's a big thing. Don't limit yourself. Just be honest with yourself. Is it worth? Is it worth what you're doing? Living without ever becoming a millionaire? If the answer is yes, you're good. Because you probably will be able to make a go of it and be very successful at it. Okay? Because a person who doesn't attach that kind of reality to it, I don't know, I feel that they just bring success to them, regardless of what happens. Have you ever seen a truly happy and successful feeling, they're living their truth? Do they look like they're failing to you? Absolutely not. Never. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. Even when life changes course, they never feel like they failed at anything. They just feel like they're experiencing living. So I think that's what they're trying to tell you. Okay, So let's watch your ears if you have like headphones on, because this might get loud. We're going to go east, west, north, south, or south, north, whatever. I'm going to do the four corners of the bowl. There's no four corners, but four directions. And just take deep breaths. What I actually do is to see if there's anything that's blocked. Some weeks there's some of the directions are blocked a little bit. So this is me clearing that. Take good care. And I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings. Okay? This is how we're going to end this reading. All right, here we go. All right. So when I do these, it's usually the east and west that has the biggest problem. And I feel that if you're an energetic body standing, what they're showing me is that the up and down, the north and the south, are really good. It's the energies that come out from the outside in that are causing the biggest problem. Okay? The rising sun, the setting sun, the days, the 24 hours. It is the outward kind of energy that is always causing you the most problems these days. And that's absolutely that's absolutely normal, because we are very influenced by outside forces a lot of the time. That's what we get bombarded with. That's what we keep scrolling through. So it's not an energetic body problem. It's an outward body problem. So they're saying you're going to have to work on these things in a very physical way, through the mind, through the energies, through what's coming in, and through, but remember that you are an energetic vibration that's very strong, okay, through the chakras, and to use that energy to find your real truth, the one that means the most to you, okay? All right, Pisces, another intense Thursday. It never ends here. And I hope that you have a great rest of week. If you've liked this, please subscribe. Hit that that button. Hit all those buttons. Leave a like. Leave a comment. If you didn't, thank you for stopping by. And I will see you tomorrow, where we do another powwow, but with my close-knit group of angels, and we're going to look at the energies for that. Take good care of yourself. Bye for now.